Hi everyone, I'm a hysterical deaf woman, and this is my YouTube channel.
Test 1.
Hi everybody. Good. It's raining on my head now. I just got a raindrop, so okay, we're gonna try this again. It is raining a little bit. And I've had something that I wanted to talk about, and I'm having a real hard time describing my experience. I guess it was yesterday or the day before. I've kind of lost track of time here. But anyway, I jotted some things down because it is hard for me to talk about right now with everything going on. So bear with me. We knew yesterday, because I'm having a lot of visible blood in my urine and not really sure where it's coming from, or that it was time to call the doctor. And right now it's really difficult to make that sort of decision about if you should call your doctor, if you're actually creating more stress for them with everything that's going on right now with the coronavirus. As everybody knows, most of the lobbies are closed everywhere, so you can't just get in, you can't go in through the front doors. You need to make calls before you go in, and it was upsetting and confusing to me if this was an actual time to do this, and then I did make the decision to go ahead and call, and I was nervous about making the call, because I had said so many things out of fear. I had written through the portal messages. Some of them weren't filled with hostility or bad language, but it was obvious I was upset because we weren't able to get a test, as many of us aren't. They didn't have enough tests. We didn't know that at the time. And I had the flu 3 weeks ago, and then I gave it to John. So we were trying to get this test, and I said a few things that I wish I could have said differently. But now that this is going on with everybody, I'm sure we all kind of feel the same way. We're in the same boat, that we are becoming fearful and doing insane things we don't mean. So I'm going to try to forgive myself for that. But anyway, I was nervous about making this call, and I did make the call finally, and they were very kind. No one had mentioned anything. I gave my birth date and all that, and I was able to get in that day. So that was going to be for the afternoon. And they had talked about the protocol a little bit. Unfortunately, there was a protocol that you need a cell phone, because what people were doing was coming to the clinic, and they were to park outside in the parking lot. I hope I'm talking loud enough, by the way. And call when you get to the clinic with your cell phone out in the car. The problem is I have a CC phone, and I don't have a cell phone. I can't see that well, and I can't hear on them, I can't text, and we can't afford one. So they were very good about that. They didn't even bat an eyelash, skip a beat, and just said, we'll figure it out, we'll get you in, we'll get I'm getting more drops there. So I was able to arrange it with them that they put a note on my chart, so somebody would know that I was sitting out there and that I was to wave when I came to the clinic and was sitting out in the parking lot. So they took the name, not the name, well, but yeah, the name, the Ford Focus, and the color, so they would know we were. I thought there was someone behind me. They were out there. So yeah, I was really nervous about doing this, and I think it was time because of what was going on and trying to make that decision, trying to weigh it. I have lost, as I said, like 13 pounds in less than 2 weeks. I haven't done that, when I take stimulants or taking coffee or weight loss things. So obviously there's been something that's not quite right. And I got dressed, but I got dressed very little. I was wearing something like this, kind of, well, a little bit more than this, like a beach cover up after you come out of the water, and you just have a long covering, so I can get in and out easy for them. We were probably going to have to obviously do an internal examination and take some blood samples and test the urine. But I was really nervous, very nervous. I thought I was going to have to come and I was going to be wearing a cap and a paper gown. I was going to have my feet covered up. So I was anticipating all of this and becoming more nervous by the moment. So my decision to just wear as little as possible. When we got there were very few people in the parking lot. We parked in the parking lot. I got out of the vehicle, went to the front window and waved, but there was a reflection, so I couldn't see. So it was very odd. See, everybody was pulling up then, and so we're all sitting out in our cars waiting, not seeing anybody going in and out, not sure how long we had to wait, not sure if somebody even saw us. Again, wondering if they're going, oh my God, it's that woman who yelled at us. So it was very interesting. People were trying not to park too close to each other. A couple people tried to break protocol and go directly in, and they were quickly ushered back out and were asked to wash their hands, and they washed the doors again. They told this man, he must have been about in his 70s. I don't think he had an appointment. He just showed up and was going to try to walk through the front door, was quickly ushered back out, was asked to make a phone call, so he was standing outside making this call. So that was very surreal. Great protocol, but it's still very surreal and kind of makes everybody a little bit uncomfortable. I haven't seen this in my lifetime, but anyway, finally a nurse came out for me, and I actually went through the front door that they said I wasn't going to go through, and it had like a little waiting area where you wash your hands, you have a mask already. The first thing they do is take your temperature, and my temperature was actually it was about 97, so I was able to go directly in, right through the lobby. There's nobody in there, of course. The place is very, very empty. You go through the hallways to your room. It's very, very empty. I didn't really see a lot of doctors. The staff was cut in half, or they were hiding somewhere. Oh my God. So I did get in to see a woman doctor and did my urine sample. It was very, very clear. I had to get an internal examination, of course, for the pap smear. They weren't able to do it as it was supposed to be done. I don't even know how to say this. They weren't able to get in. And usually when that happens, when you have a stenosis, like I have of my spine, things are narrow, and you can have a cervical, on the cervix you can have a stenosis, and that's usually one of two things that I know. That is usually atrophy, after menopause, and the skin has become thinner. Another thing is, though, you could have cancer of the cervix. So she was telling me that that might be a possibility. And it's definitely raining on me now. And it's also very common with women who have lupus to have certain cancers. This I did not know. This was complete new news to me. I found that out when I got home, and I read a little bit more. So I'm definitely getting rained on now. The whole experience was It was very upsetting. It's not something that's needed right now. So I'm talking about this now. Because of everything that's going on, of course we have to wait longer for test results, all of us. And it's the weekend. I won't hear anything back. I'll probably have to redo the test. This will explain a lot that's going on. But anyway, I'm going to have to shut this down right now because there's too much rain coming down. Hi gang, we're back. I'm inside now because it started to rain. I guess we have some rain coming in, so I pretty much said what I wanted to say. It was very an unusual experience going on right now, and we're all having to try to make decisions for ourselves, try to use our best judgment. We can't really depend on the doctors to do everything for us. I think that's the big lesson in all of this too, that people need to look out for each other and start using some common sense and try to understand the protocol more, why we're doing this. I did get my blood work done, and I remember afterwards she had me wash my hands twice. She kept putting hand sanitizer, I can't even say that word. So I had to clear up to here afterwards when I went out the door. And then I asked, do I need to not touch the door and things like that? And she said that was fine because they have somebody come, one of the gals, the nurse's aides, and they clean the door handles quite often. But I was really shocked and surprised that quite a few people tried to just walk into the front door when there was obvious signs all over the front of the door, and one of those fold-out ones to let you know, not to come in. And people were still trying to just walk in. I will give an update as soon as I know anything. It's really, really difficult right now with everything going on. To have something that is separate from the virus, because people are still going to have cancers, people are still going to have heart attacks and broken legs, and we're still going to need access to the doctor and the emergency room, and trying to make that judgment to really think about, does this warrant a trip to the doctor right now in our social distancing time. So there's a little bit of that guilt and fear and all those things going on. And I think I made the right call. I think I sit where I need to. Even the animals are acting strange. The cat is running back and forth. And I was talking about making the right call, how difficult it is to get everybody in, because we know there's other things going on than this. And it's the weekend, and I'm having to wait till Monday before they even look at it, and because of what's going on, it may take up to a week to really hear back. So all this time, this nervousness, this tension between me and the loved one in my life. It's going to be tough on all of us. I know that. I'm trying to hold it together. And anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this footage, see if there's something else that I wanted to talk about or mention. So I'm going to stand up now. We're going to edit this out.